This video is all sorts of fuckery. Hello friends and welcome to a very different kind of video from what you were probably expecting this week. I just felt like sitting down and talking and having sort of a heart-to-heart because it's been a while and things on the channel are about to change, and I think they're good changes. I'm really excited about them, but it needs to be talked about either way because you guys are a huge part of this community. Because, I mean, YouTube isn't YouTube without its community, you know? And so I want to make sure you guys know what's going on with the channel, and because you deserve that at the very least. So yeah, we'll be talking about all that stuff right now. First of all, there will not be a normal content video from me this week. I do apologize for that. I'll kind of explain why that didn't happen in the next few minutes here. So I apologize for that. Next week there will be a video or videos, question mark. The second thing I would like to do is to thank everybody for all the support, all the wonderfulness that you've been. And whether you've been here from the start or even from my old YouTube channel and crossed over to here, or whether you just found me today, thank you all so much. You guys have been such a positive thing for the last 6 months of my life, and I cannot thank you enough. And thank you to all of you who came over from the collab with Rob and from the contest video, or if you found me through the contest, or if you saw me on social media somewhere. Thank you all, and thank you all for interacting with me, for the comments, the shares, the likes, tweeting me. That's really fucking awesome of you guys, and I love you all for it. I also want to thank Rob Dyke for being an awesome fucking human being, for being supportive, for being genuine, for pushing me, and for answering any YouTube related questions I have. He's been totally awesome, and you guys are lucky to have him if you're part of the Rob mob, and if you aren't, what the fuck are you doing? So I do want you guys to know that while I don't respond to every comment because I don't have 4 to 5 hours of my day to do that, I do read them all. I get notifications on my phone, I get emails. Thank you all so much. They mean so much. And I also try to listen to your comments, whether they be positive or critical, or if there's a majority of people saying one thing, there's obviously something that they're all noticing. So recently that has been the case with comments along the lines of, oh, you're a female Rob Dyke, or where's your beard, Rob, or Rob looks really different today. And that's fine. I know a lot of you are saying that from a place of genuine kindness and being positive and being awesome. Some of you aren't, and that's okay. And that's a compliment to an extent. Obviously, Rob has been a huge inspiration to me ever since even before I started YouTube. And this also has nothing to do with him. It's not his fault. It's not your guys' fault for pointing it out. The tone of the recent videos has been different and more serious and sort of darker. It's been purely a consequence of the way I have been neglecting my emotional health for the last 2 months. And the reason I'm not really that quirky, funny, weird person that you originally saw if you were here, or that you see when you look back at my older videos, is because I have not felt like myself lately. And it sucks to say that, because when you get to a point where you're really comfortable being yourself, and then you sort of start to lose it, it really sucks, especially when you don't even realize you're doing it until it's kind of like a low point and you have to dig yourself out of a bigger hole than if you'd stopped yourself before. I hope I'm making sense. It's like 2 a.m. So basically the tone change has been a result of me neglecting my emotional health. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that I work a job 24 hours to 32 hours a week, which isn't full-time. But on top of that, I try as much as I possibly can to treat YouTube like a full-time job, because one day I want it to be my full-time job, you know? I want it to be not a dream, but an eventuality, something that will happen. It's just a matter of how hard I work and time. So all I do is work at my job, work on YouTube stuff, and basic human functions. I've been getting around 4 hours of sleep every night, and my body is so exhausted that the working out thing hasn't really been happening because I'm too tired to physically exert myself and push myself. And it has nothing to do with the YouTube thing, because I genuinely enjoy doing the YouTube thing. So whether it be scripting or just researching or filming or editing, I love doing all that. My problem is I forget to take a step back and take a break from it. And I've just kind of not been giving myself a chance to breathe. And I don't want you guys to think that I'm upset at all with any part of the YouTube thing, because again, that's the best part of it all. The part that I can't seem to do is relax. If you know this, I feel like I'm pretty open about it. I do suffer from depression and anxiety. Depression for as long as I can remember, and anxiety late teenage years up till recently. I would say within the last 6 months, the panic attacks really started, really getting bad. The depression and the anxiety is a result of me not breathing, just taking a break, or really taking care of myself physically, mentally, emotionally. I haven't learned a balance yet in this life that I have now. I haven't figured out how to give myself time to emotionally recoup and just sit and fucking take a breath or take a bath, for God's sake. Not that I haven't showered in the last 6 months or anything. I can't remember the last time I sat down and watched a movie and I wasn't working on something else. I can't remember the last time I wasn't just not thinking about anything. You know, sometimes you just want to not think for a little bit, like even if it's 10 minutes. Maybe I need to start meditating or something. All of that is to say that I haven't been taking care of myself, and it's led to illness, physically, mentally, and emotionally, just taking over and overwhelming me. And I hit a low point earlier this week while scripting for the video I was going to do for this week. And I talked to some friends, and the consensus between everyone was, you need to relax and just worry about your health for this week. Like, don't worry about anything else. And so that's what I'm doing. And try and recoup physically, mentally, emotionally, and just kind of chill. So there will be a normal video next week, or videos, ? Possibly. We'll see what happens. But I just wanted to kind of explain why the tone hasn't really been me, and that I hope you guys can bear with me while I kind of dig myself out of this funk that I've gotten myself into and try to find a balance in my life, because you guys mean the world to me, and it would be super awesome to have each other's backs on all of this. So there's that. And speaking of the tone of the channel, or some of the series on the channel, the skits are going away on this channel, as are the challenges and the video games. Now, I do want to say before we go any further that eventually I would love to put up a video game channel. I think that could honestly be a way to help me relax, because it takes my mind away from things, and that's really what I haven't been doing, is I haven't been giving my brain a break from all of the constant craziness. The reason the skits are going away is because it's just not something I had the desire to do every week. When I first started, I was kind of experimenting and trying to figure out what kind of content I really loved doing the best. And while I like filming the skits, that's kind of fun, I don't have the urge to do them every week. In fact, I was struggling to get one out every week. That's that. You know, maybe in the future there will be a place for skits or anything like that, but as of right now, they will be leaving that channel. This channel will be focusing solely on creepy, strange, weird content, and there will be several changes. Firstly, Monsters Among Us is becoming a series. I'm so fucking excited about that, because it was a total accident that the title of the video kind of came up that way. I needed a title for the video as I was fucking uploading it. And then you guys were asking, is this a series? And I was like, fuck yeah, it is. Now it is. It is a sub-series of a larger themed show that's going to be surrounding urban legends, supernatural stuff, kind of like my 5 creepy Japanese urban myths. That will all be included in this larger show, which I'm just calling lore right now because I have no official name for it. So if you have an idea for a show kind of like that and you have a name, like, please suggest it to me, because I'm fucking losing my mind over the title of this. But Monsters Among Us will be a sub-series of the lore series. Also, the lore series and Monsters Among Us series will include internet lore, so creepypastas, internet urban legends, things like that. There's no reason I would not include that, because the internet is a culture in and of itself. It's a fucking continent. Also, the tone of Monsters Among Us and the lore series will be much more akin to things like the 5 creepy Japanese lore videos and the 5 creepy delusional disorders. It'll be more like that. There will just be more me in it, because I'm going to pull myself out of this funk, and then you'll see more of me. And while I find that balance, it might take me a minute to get all the way up to speed and all the way back up to full Cayleigh, but I will recharge. Bear with me while that happens, please. Secondly, Dark Matters, which the first episode was the Elisa Lam video, if you haven't seen that. That is also a series. It is going to revolve around true crime, mostly unsolved true crime, as I'm really interested in the stuff that hasn't been solved yet, obviously. There will also be a sub-series for Dark Matters, and Dark Matters will also have a darker tone, obviously, because the content warrants it. And I'll alter my own style as I go along with Dark Matters and the sub-series of Dark Matters, but it will be a darker tone. The sub-series of Dark Matters will be something along the lines of If Walls Could Talk or Within These Walls. I haven't decided the name yet. Basically, it's going to talk about places with brutal histories or supposedly haunted places, so that'll be fun. And the way that schedule is going to work with those two different shows, this is the Lore series, its sister series, Monsters Among Us. Over here is Dark Matters and its sister series, Within These Walls. Uploads, this is optimistic schedule here, but as of right now, the plan is uploads Monday and Thursdays. Mondays are going to be alternating Lore and then Monsters Among Us, Lore, Monsters Among Us. Thursdays are alternating Walls, Within These Walls, Dark Matters, Within These Walls, Dark Matters. And again, titles are work in progress, except for Dark Matters and Monsters Among Us. Those are set in stone. After tomorrow, or whatever day it is, I will have 2 weeks completely off. The plan is to use that 2 weeks to get my balance back in order, get my shit together, and work on videos and YouTube, but also keeping that balance, trying to figure out and rebuild myself and rebuild my health. I have confidence I can do it. I have an awesome support system, family, friends, you guys. I have awesome people in my life. So, look forward to all that. And if you have any suggestions, comments for names of the series down below, if you want to see a certain topic be covered or place or crime, please leave any of that below. Anything you just want to put out there into the world and have me see, do it. All right, guys, I will see you next week. Have a good one, and I love you so much. Thank you all for hopefully understanding what's been going on, and look forward to more me in my videos and less dreary, fuck, I'm tired me. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!